Who are God's chosen people? Hey, the age-old debate continues now. Who are the creators chosen? Who's the treasure ones? Man, we've been talking about this a lot. We're going to react to some of this Tucker Carlson drop, man, and it's hilarious, especially with a Dragonfly perspective. Shout out to Dizzle Fitty for dropping this in the copper thread as well, making me, aware of it, man. And yeah, man, let's have some fun, man. We on Patreon. If you ain't in the Patreon, my niggas, get in the Patreon, man. This is our reaction headquarters where I get to react uncensored and pop off. Plus, you get to support us as we build, our tribe, our land, our flow, man, our businesses, So please support us right here as well as the YouTube memberships, man. We appreciate you. And let's pop off, man. We're going to talk some Tucker Carlson. First, we're going to talk some flat drop, some Fat Joe and Jada and some of this Dee-1 conversation. Like I said, I'm going to be reacting to some stuff you might not be used to me reacting to. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this Dee-1 Fat Joe conversation. Then we're going to talk some Tucker Carlson. Then I'm going to make a dismount talking some Antarctica off limits drop. Some frozen Tartaria, Antarctica drop, and do a super Nadia Comaneci perfect 10 dismount with the connecting of these two metals that purify any water. So we're going to talk some survival drop 101. Only on Patreon, man. Only on Patreon are we popping off like this. And the water for your support, please keep us, growing and running it up so that we can build our land, man. Build Joy World, build our homes right there, man. Like we're making a full press. It's time to, just really, secure our gates. I'm from the cities, I'm from LA, I'm from Inglewood. It's time to get out these grids, man. We've been talking about it for so long, and So this helps so much. This is gonna help support us in our transition so much, Panagas, as we build our homes, as we build our land, as we build our well, our water, everything that we're doing, this is something that we can do, remotely. So it just really is beautiful to have this classroom that we have set up to be such a pillar, for our success, for our transition, really, to set us up, to teach in the most pristine, pure air, work out, get that mountain, breath and lungs going, man. So it just makes so much sense, man, to get out these grids. So this helps us be mobile, helps us be remote, helps us, be confident that we can make a move and continue to support our tribe and family. So the water for all your support on Cash App and PayPal and everything as well. And please, right here, man, tell the homies, tell a friend. Because these series will continue, man, in our membership. So the water for your $3 a month memberships, man. And you've been getting some drop, man. How the Hijack Stole America, 1, 2, and 3. We just dropped part 3 for free with a free premiere. It will be going in the vault, man, in the membership category as well, man. And we've been dropping, man. We've been doing pretty good, man. We've been talking about 2 whites and 1 black. Hebrew Israelite go to a bar. That's an interesting conversation. Go get that. Set apart frequencies, how they put the 8 on the 9, water on the sun, weeping tears, Comet Atlas drop, man. We've been talking about Trump's soulless war on Iran. Get parts 1 and 2 of that. Again, how the Hijack Stole America, digging on this Prince Uriel Bay, dissecting this forked tongue, this language, man. We're building up our categories just like on YouTube. Indigenous Truth, Political Drop, Code Keepers, man. Look out for the flat drop coming in hot. We're going to watch some cartoons over here as well, man. So I hope you've been digging on it so far. Again, we're kind of new on the Patreon flow. So, this is real dope to know that we always got a steady water and a steady flow, man. Da-wa-da, man. Let's talk Fat Joe, man. I just want you to pay attention. First, I'm not even going to give you pre nothing, man. We're going to watch it, and then I'm going to run it back a little bit because it's just like a very short clip right here. So, HALAL, put on your dragonfly glass and let's see clearly. Let's go.
Put a little fentanyl on the dope with this episode. Just a little fentanyl.
Whoa. That came off extra, extra violating immediately, man. Like, so many niggas lost their life talking about fentanyl. I wouldn't even mention, that'd be worse than the F word at this point, man, knowing what's happening in these streets. And again, I don't know the context. I'm just saying this is the clip that they put out. This is their clip. So y'all put this out, man. And how you start like this is crazy.
Put a little fentanyl on the dope with this episode. Just a little fentanyl.
You don't need the
dope. What? Because he's giving us the pure. Nice.
Oh, yeah, this is pure. Yeah, listen.
He's coming with the y'all don't want
Joe.
Little
All right.
step on it.
Watch this.
Step on the dope.
Hey,
step on the dope.
if Gang would have got killed, I used to intern for Jimi Hendrix when I was in college.
What?
Yeah. Watch this.
I gotta give you a flag.
Hey, you can give me a flag.
Positive person in the world.
You can give me a flag.
Yeah, no, we don't say that. Use another example.
All right.
What
all
did he
right.
say? If Game would have got killed.
Watch this. Lord forbid, if any of y'all brothers lose y'all lives, the rap game will be crying. Why do we cry when rappers die, but we love when they glorify murder when they're alive? Why do we say that we love one another, then turn around and backstab our brother? Why do we say that we cherish our sisters, then disrespect them and call them all? That's my whole thing. It's like a walking contradiction in the game. We say it's this unity and we love each other, but then it's this music.
The problem is, I'm gonna get you to this teach. Hold on, no.
You know the world. You know this kid not the president of Venezuela.
You know,
Right? That's the world we live in.
if you know that, say you have your way, right?
Right.
And there's nothing for positivity rap.
Right.
How far you think that'll go?
Let's call it reality rap.
Now, Joe, man, seeming real sinister right here, man. He seemed like Darth Vader. Say you have your way. Say the world is positive. How far do you think that goes? Like, only something you got to put on your most sinister face to say a line like that. First, you started with the fentanyl, violation 1. Then you just gonna just crap on positivity. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, say the world was positive. The world's not gonna buy positivity rap. They only like drugs that are, like, give them a chance. Cause I think they were supporting Tupac a lot when he was on his more, you know what I'm saying, Dear Mama flow. You know what I mean? Still keeping it real, but without the extra banging and, you know what I mean, extra, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like, give them a chance. The world like, Jimi Hendrix. The world like Bob Marley, right? The world loves positive stuff, man. But they think the only thing that can ever sell, right, is some negative vibration.
Not positivity rap. Cause I rap about murder. I rap about drugs.
What's going on? Murder, drugs, this. So
You can't say, hold on, it's a double D. You can't, reality,
Game, you gonna
look on
appreciate
the
this.
news, it's killing.
No. Listen.
It's bombing.
Listen, we love you. I
So
need you to
somebody has
step
to-
on it,
All right.
because we're not there yet,
Okay.
right? Are you coming straight with you walking with Jesus through the thing?
Hey, yo, this
Put a
nigga
little
so positive.
fentanyl on
This
it.
nigga Dee-1.
He said it again, put a little fentanyl on it. Joe, what's the deal with the fentanyl, man? Why does it gotta be fentanyl? Like, put a little death on it. It's really what he's saying. He said, you coming with the Jesus, obviously we know that Dee-1, he's a Christian rapper, so that's what he do. I'm not even, what I'm saying, as long as he, is on his path. We all been on our path. I'm not gonna judge nobody for being where they at. You know what I'm saying? But this is not about Christian nothing. This is just about positive versus darkness. And Joe keeps saying, put a little fentanyl on it. You coming in here all positive. We ain't all there yet. We ain't all there yet. He's grouping them all together as if they can't be on nothing positive. And maybe they are, maybe they not. I don't know. I don't know these brothers. I don't know. I ain't gonna bear false witness. I'm just reacting to what I'm hearing. We back it up a little bit. See, Joe's like, look, man, we had enough of the positivity. It's almost like it's eating Joe up. It's like it's eating Joe alive, man.
Because we're not there yet,
Okay.
right? So I
So
need you to
somebody has
step
to-
on it,
All right.
because we're not there yet,
Okay.
right? Are you coming straight with you walking with Jesus through the thing?
Hey, yo, this
Put a
nigga
little
so positive.
fentanyl on
This nigga Dee-1 so positive, he's holding the red flag, kiss the whip.
So you know who you talking.
Bro.
No, this my guy.
Hey.
I I just wanted to voice the
Hey,
consciousness.
serious question. It's a dream come true to be up here with y'all.
You here, brother?
I used to intern for Jimmy Henchman when I was in college, when he was managing gang, right? Top 5 in my book. You know what I mean? We didn't talk behind the scenes in New Orleans. You showing me love, all this. Listen, can everybody not understand that it's a difference between narration and glorification? So talk about what you saw in YO. Talk about them horror stories of Compton. For sure, talk about it. Narrate your life. I got to talk about New Orleans and what I saw. But when we glorify it and make it sound cool, and that little 6th grader sitting in the crowd, they don't have discernment to know the difference between he telling his story, but now he making it sound like it's good to go kill somebody.
So he's just making a point, like, let's be responsible with our lyrics. I don't think he's going too deep or over positive. If he says, let's not glorify this, let's show them that there's another path too. Let's show them there's another path too.
And we saw a lot of glorification coming up. Glorification of all the negativity. I was a Hot Boys fan. The Hot Boys taught me how to run a train on females, how to
military people told me thank you when they came back from Iraq and I.
Damn, come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. He's just saying save the kids. Dee-1 saying, man, let's be, if we could paint the picture of NWA, you know what I'm saying? Let's paint the picture, you know what I mean, of something positive too, you know what I mean? You know, let's put out some other images. Let's take our power back. Let's take our power back, because we know who eats off of us. We about to get the Tucker Carlson drop. Stay tuned for the Tucker Carlson drop, because they're going to go in on who's behind this stuff. Who they think is the chosen, right? That's all he's saying is save the kids. And Joe's like, look, man, the military thanked me because I was just such a good influence on them before. Dee-1's like, look, man, let's save the kids. Fat Joe's like, the military said I gave them inspiration before. They said they listened to Lean Back, and they leaned back, and it saved their lives. Dee-1 just want to say to kids, Fat Joe, you just want to put some more fentanyl on it, man.
People told me thank you when they came back from Iraq and Afghanistan who keep us, and told me thank you. Hey, yo, I listen to your music. You know the guy who put the joint in Bin Laden was listening to Red Nation. You know the lyrics listening. You know the lyrics to Red Nation.
I know the lyrics.
I
know the lyrics. I know your catalog.
Hey, I know the lyrics. All right, back over there. Put some. Hey, yo, it's Biscuits. Come on. Put some cut on this thing. He's coming through. Like, I'm trying to make him a part of this.
They said put some cut on it, put some fentanyl. In other words, he can't come up here talking so positive. I'm trying to make him a part of this, but he's too positive for us. And I never seen someone so distressed about positivity. Normally, they talk so much shit that you can kind of kick back and have a little positive moment. You can kick back and just have a moment for the wives and for the children, and, you know what I'm saying, to send a positive message. I think that's all I got, is that Dee-1 wanted to put his little positive message down, say, stop killing each other. Like, you know, that gets us closer to the code. If I see you going closer to the code, you know what I mean, I'm going to code up with you, no matter where you at. Okay, you this, you call yourself for this now, or you a Muslim brother, you a Christian, you a this, but, you know what I'm saying, you're pushing towards the code. Like, you don't got to be there yet. I don't got to be there yet. We ain't got to be there yet. We have all these labels. Let's not be divided so quick on these labels and say, where you going, man? Are you going towards the code, towards not killing each other, not stealing, not putting that image out? Can we put the Most High over everything is the question, right? But let's get closer to this code, and you know, it seemed like Joe don't want to have no moment just for the positivity. He want to put some fentanyl on.
You know the lyrics to Red Nation?
Of all the negativity. I was a Hot Boys fan. The Hot Boys showing me love, all this. Listen, can everybody not understand that it's a difference between narration and glorification? So talk about what you saw in YO. Talk about them horror stories of Compton. For sure, talk about it. Narrate your life. I got to talk about New Orleans and what I saw. But when we glorify it and make it sound cool, and that little 6th grader sitting in the crowd, they don't have discernment to know the difference between he telling his story, but now he's making it sound like it's good to go kill somebody. Mm-hmm. And we saw a lot of glorification coming up. Glorification of all the negativity. I was a Hot Boys fan. The Hot Boys taught me how to run a train on females, how to
military people told me thank you when they came back from Iraq and Afghanistan who keep us and told me thank you. I listen.
This dude tried to take him off his flow so much, he just went to the military in Iraq and people telling him thank you. We didn't even get to what they're thanking him for. I guess they like his music. Dee-1 just made a prolific point, you know what I'm saying, about saving the children, man. You know, putting down these images, these stereotypes, rap about where you come from, right? But you ain't got to put the extra sauce on it as if, you know what I'm saying, that got to be the only way. You don't got to try to make it so cool and sell into the marketing and the commercializing, you know what I'm saying, the, you know, really like, you know, making this conditioning like this has to be what we do or else, you know, we can't get the girl or we can't have this type of life unless we selling this and doing that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand the point. For this dude to go right into the military thanking him is crazy. This was one of the craziest moments I've ever seen on this podcast and stuff. I got a few. I got a couple I'm gonna get to on some others. You know, I got to scrape the bottom of the barrel, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the filth that social media's ran on these podcasts. Some of them, you know what I mean, back to the Adam 22s and Vlad TVs and these, you know, guys that are literally sucking the blood out of the, you know, streets and you know what I'm saying, hip-hops. They call themselves hip-hop media, but really all they're here for is the beef. All they're here for is putting somebody against somebody else and tearing down, you know, someone who has been, you know, way more successful than they'll ever be in real life, you know, but they got a podcast, they got an internet channel, they got a YouTube channel. Now they bigger than made guys and made women and, you know what I'm saying, like real people, real legendary figures, you know what I'm saying? So I don't like how they try to flex because they got some internet wave that they've done it, man, in real time, the way some of these people that they want to have on their podcast that would never be on their podcast. All they do is talk about certain people that would never be on their podcast. So to see this and see how he's just like anti-positive and then he's going to kick the brother out for being so positive, let you know the state, really the intention, you know what I'm saying, behind the machine that's really driving, of course, this internet and everything else. Like, he's really representing it just as much as these other guys, you know what I'm saying, that are sucking the blood out, literally the life force out our niggas. If we could talk all this shit, we can't have a moment to say put the guns down and let's be responsible with the lyrics. We can't have a moment to be responsible. That means you're only here to take. You ain't here to give. Like, this is a moment Fat Joe could give. You got an audience where you can give just a moment as the brother's kicking positivity. He ain't telling you to read a Bible verse. He ain't, but the way he kick him off is like, man, you trying to make us read the Bible.
Listen to your music.
You know the guy who put the joint in.
Okay, game. So the guy that knocked off Bin Laden, you know, was listening to Game or whoever, you know what I mean? What does that got to do with Dee-1's point about saving the kids? He's just talking positivity, save the kids.
Bin Laden was listening to Red Nation. You know the lyrics.
Listening.
You know the lyrics to Red Nation.
I know the lyrics.
I
know the lyrics. I know your catalog.
I know the lyrics.
And that's supposed to be a big up because Bin Laden is the super bad guy, the guy who got the bad guy listen to Game or whoever. So that big ups their music, like, so their music has a positive result. Like, man, y'all could try to defend and deflect and, you know, I mean, big up your music and how people thanking you in Iraq and, you know, all these, that. All he said was, let's be responsible with our lyrics and stop glorifying just one side, you know what I'm saying, of the streets. We understand that side of the streets, man. We hear, we witness it. We drive by it. It's around us. It's in our families. Can we have a moment for positivity? Hey, but you know, the guy who got Bin Laden was listening to me. Hey, you know, they were thanking me in Iraq because my music's so influential. And what happens to the positive messenger?
All right, back over there. Put some, hey, yo, it's Biscuits. Come on. Put some cut on his thing. He's coming through. Like, I'm trying to make him a part of this.
He's giving his true opinion.
Yeah, but it's too much.
It's too much. Look how he's saying. Look at this. He disdains positivity. I just want you to see these spirits in action, man. And this podcast has a double-edged sword. It gives you extra visibility, you know what I'm saying, extra reach, extra exposure, but it also exposes other things that we might not have seen, you know what I'm saying, in a Fat Joe if we was just waiting for a music video, you know what I mean, seeing him at the awards show, that type of thing. But to see you talking about all these subjects, and this is super exposure, the audience is growing, the show is now on Netflix, right? And it's just too much. We can't have you talk positivity. You got to come over here and talk some bullshit. You got to put some fentanyl on it. You got man. We on Patreon. That's why we over here, man. We got to talk some uncensored stuff. He brought up the F word, not me.
Hey, I love Dee-1 though, man.
I love him too.
Hey,
Hey, man. Yeah, it's too much.
Hey, man.
Yeah, it's too much.
Hey, man.
True opinion.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's too much to save the kids, man. To get back in code in these streets, right? To be accountable, responsible is too much talk. You need that fentanyl. You need that dirty shit. That's where you live. That's where you fester. And I love the bros' music, man. You know, I love all the Jada's music. You know, the game, man, Compton, man, you already know. So it's not even about artists and music. It's about what energy and spirits and frequency of what you're saying. That's what we reacting to here in Drop Nation with a Dragonfly perspective, man. This is too much.
Hey, I love Dee-1 though, man.
I love him too. I got him on the fucking biggest. This is the biggest episode ever.
Hey.
I got him on here.
Hey, you know how you got on here?
Yo, I couldn't ignore.
I did you a favor. Now he's the good guy. I did you a favor. You came up here talking all this positive shit. I did you a favor. I got you on here. You see, he wants glorification. I got you on here. Didn't I get you on here? This is what the devil do. Then they want to take credit for stuff and act like they're such a good guy, that they did you a favor, and you just let them down with your positivity.
I'm on here.
Hey, you know how you got on here?
Yo, I could have ignored you, right?
I could have ignored you. It's crazy. Look at the resume of Dee-1 and get back to me. In the game, you know what I'm saying? For you to ignore someone with this talent and this resume and this message, but that you even thought about ignoring them is crazy.
Hey, I'm letting you talk your shit.
Hey,
Hey, but if you would have, hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Nobody does that. That's why we number
If
one.
you would have ignored him, he would have told you about that time I didn't ignore him. And then I vibed with him, and then I did a song with him. So it's like, you know, you can't.
See, Game, he's on the fence, but he ain't gonna let you shit on Dee-1 too. Like, he know Joe is way overboard. This is why we reacting to it. These are just moments I'm reacting to. Or else they go right by us and he goes on with the next episode and nobody ever checked the spirit of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we here together, Drop Nation. Right? Now Game is coming to Dee-1's rescue. You know, it's only so much you gonna let this dude, you know what I mean? But he ain't gonna go, you know, all the way, you know, in on it. But he is gonna at least acknowledge you can't ignore this dude, man. You talking crazy, Joe.
And then I vibed with him, and then I did a song with him. So it's like, you know,
That's why we number
if
one.
you would have ignored him, he would have told you about that time I didn't ignore him. And then I vibed with him, and then I did a song with him. So it's like, you know, you can't ignore a guy like that anyway. He on a different path, man. It's Dee-1 is if y'all don't know, and you know how I judge podcasts now? By the money y'all put in y'all cameras, y'all niggas rich. Ooh, yeah. But D1 on his way, man. Y'all getting a lot of money this
You know,
Jones
we
Jay
on
thing.
Netflix, right?
Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be?
Don't even let him talk. Don't even let him talk.
I'm not saying
Don't even let him talk, because this guy, there's too many opinions. Listen to me. Don't even.
You see how these spirits are navigating though. So Gang came to a rescue, but he also gave him out to give him something else to transition to talk about his cameras and the amount of money they spending. So now he's like, yeah, you know, when you're on Netflix, now Jada stills probably want to say something about the D1 thing, about how Fat Joe's out of pocket. Fat Joe's in violation with how you treating a made guy, really. You know, he's a made guy with his resume. He's a made guy, D1. So the made guy got a message. You acting like, yeah, I could have ignored you. I did you a favor. You came over here talking positive. Put some fentanyl on it. Sprinkle some salt, some cocoa on it. sprinkle the drugs, and give me some more demon talk. Give me some death talk. I could have just ignored him. This guy's just real, you know, real full of himself, man. Real full of his own thing, man. Game didn't want to take it. At the same time, he gave him a little out, and that's what he took. And he's making sure Jada don't go back, you know, to the, you know, exposure of the conversation. Game did a soft check. Jada wanted to say something. They just want to keep it pushing.
If y'all don't know, and you know I judge podcasts now about him. And then I vibe with him, and then I did a song with that on it.
Yo, I could have ignored you, right?
Hey,
I'm letting you talk your shit.
hey.
Hey, but if you would have, hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Nobody does that. That's why we number
If
one.
you would have ignored him, he would have told you about that time I didn't ignore him. And then I vibe with him, and then I did a song with him. So it's like, you know, you can't ignore a guy like that anyway. He on a different path, man. It's D1 is if y'all don't know, and you know how.
Why you change it to the cameras, man? You know how I know you making money. Look at these cameras. You had a beautiful moment, gang. Gang, my nigga from Compton. You had a beautiful moment going, man. But you knew it was going to create too much positivity, man. So you side pivoted out while simultaneously giving Fat Joe a way out, man. This is high level magic right here, man.
Shit.
Hey,
But if you would have, hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Nobody does that. That's why we number
If
one.
you would have ignored him, he would have told you about that time I didn't ignore him. And then I vibe with him, and then I did a song with him. So it's like, you know, you can't ignore a guy like that anyway. He on a different path, man. It's D1 is
Here's a go. Come on, gang. Here we go. This is our time. This is our moment, man. This is D1's moment. He's right in front of you. D1 is
if y'all don't know, and you know I judge podcasts now.
Damn. D1's like, damn. Almost had it, man. We almost got a good moment, man.
About the money y'all put in y'all cameras, y'all niggas rich.
Look at Jada. Jada's just lost, man. He's just like, man, what are we fucking talking about? Joe's like, you was about to say some, you know, cool shit about D1, but you gonna pivot like this? You gonna give me a little olive branch up out of here?
Yeah, but D1.
He said, look at that pivot. That was smooth. D1 almost got what he wanted, but you swish it up on his ass. Jada cutting his eyes right to D1 like, damn. How do you feel about that? Gabe's like, yeah. Next time, D1. I love reacting to this stuff, man. You know, again, I don't normally react to this stuff, but here on Patreon, man, shout out to my Patreon cons and all your support and for helping us build for real.
D1 on his way, man. Y'all getting a lot of money this joint.
Damn, here we go. First, about like, you know what? You know the great thing about D1, man? Damn, y'all getting a lot of money, man. Look at these cameras, man. But nah, man, D1's on his way. But man, y'all some rich people, y'all. He's having a conversation with himself. He's having two different conversations at the same damn time.
If y'all don't know, and you know I judge podcasts now about the money y'all put in y'all cameras, y'all niggas rich. Yeah, but D1 on his way, man. Y'all getting a lot of money this joint.
You know we on Netflix, right?
Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be?
Don't even let him talk. Don't even let him talk.
Jada just want to be the voice of reason at this point. Joe don't want to hear it.
Don't even let him talk, because this guy, there's too many opinions. Listen to me. You're getting great. You got great sets. You in the Soho house in L.A. This is great. Okay? But, you know, we on Netflix now.
I've seen plenty of power banks over my.
We on Netflix. Hey, at least we know we on Netflix, y'all. Hey, did y'all know we on? Cause we on Netflix. As long as y'all knew this, man. As long as we know. Who are God's chosen? I love this reaction stuff. It's just a good vibe, man. You know. Yeah, I'm gonna get back into reading my books and searching for Prester John. Nah, it's cool, man. You know, sometimes, man, you just got to see what's out there and just react to it, man. Like, you know, sometimes your voice needs to be, you know, put in this ether too, you know, when it comes to these jabronis, man. Like this here, this the battle of the jabronis, man. You know, nah, you know, it's crazy. I'm sorry, Dee-1, man. I'm sorry, Dee-1. It ain't your fault, bro. You had a positive message. Maybe Tucker does too, man. And